There are many linkages between air pollution and climate change, but I'd like to focus on four pollutants. These are black carbon. Black carbon is part of particulate matter which causes all the health impacts, the excess deaths and other important respiratory problems. And black carbon is also a warming agent in the atmosphere. Then there is tropospheric ozone, and this causes impacts on crops and human health, and it's also the third most important greenhouse gas. There is also the issue of methane. Now, methane on its own is not a pollutant, but it is a precursor. It gives rise to the formation of tropospheric ozone. So it's involved in the air pollution issue, and it is also the second most important greenhouse gas. So, and the last one is sulfate. Now, sulfate actually cools the atmosphere. The other three warm the atmosphere. Sulfate is also part of the particulate problem that gives rise to health problems, and it's part of the acid rain problem, which has caused a lot of damage in parts of Europe and is now of particular concern in China. So in Europe, the Convention on Long-Range Transboundary Air Pollution has successfully led to protocols which have reduced sulfate by 90% over 3 decades. This has been very good in terms of the impacts of air pollution on human health and on ecosystems. However, a lot of people are now saying that it's unmasking the climate change from the greenhouse gases which are actually already in the atmosphere. The major emitter of sulfur is now in parts of Asia, and there's no reason why they couldn't also be successful in reducing sulfur over the next few decades. If that does occur, then there is a risk that the warming from existing greenhouse gas in the atmosphere will really start to be unmasked and to show themselves and become apparent. And this is worrying a lot of atmospheric scientists. The other pollutants, black carbon, tropospheric ozone, and also the methane, these are all relatively short-lived warming agents. So people are now concentrating on the fact that we might be able to minimize the damage by concentrating on these short-lived greenhouse gases and reducing them. And at the same time, we will achieve co-benefits from reductions in air pollution impacts. So if we can develop policies which tackle tropospheric ozone, we will reduce the warming potential in the atmosphere, we will reduce crop yield losses and therefore contribute to increasing our food security, and we will also reduce human health. With black carbon reductions, we'll reduce the human health impacts, we'll reduce the warming in the atmosphere and also the melting of the Himalayan ice caps, glaciers and the Arctic ice caps. So there are multiple benefits from tackling these short-lived warming agents, which are also air pollutants.